It's the final game in week 4. Welcome everybody to the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League Dungeonbowl. Classic Blood Bowl tonight. Los Bastardos de Ratas at Agile Solutions. Both teams are looking for a win. Agile Solutions looking to get on the board tonight in this pivotal week 4 game. With the Ratas looking for a win to stay in first place. They are technically in second place right now, but they haven't played their game yet. The Raiders won their game to go 2-2-0. If the Ratas can win their... I'm sorry, they're 3-2-0. No, they're 2-1-0. The Raiders are 2-1-0. And the Ratas are 2-1-0 right now. They need to go up to 3-1-0 to take first place. They will be up against Agile Solutions. Agile Solutions, a Chaos Dwarven team. The Ratas, of course, a Skaven team. Let's take a look at their bench. Right off the bat, you can see they're going to be a man down. They don't have enough money in the treasury to pick up an 11th man, so they'll be playing with a Journeyman. Journeyman, of course, have the Loner ability. Loner means that if you try to spend a reroll, you first have to roll a die. It's a 50-50 roll. If you fail that roll, you can't use the reroll, and you lose the team reroll that you tried to use anyway. So you'll see the Loner player, the Journeyman, probably won't be using rerolls at all. That also means that the Journeyman's probably going to be taking his action last in a turn. Blood Bowl is a game of luck mitigation. You want to do your least risky plays first and your most risky plays last. And of course, your opponent will be trying to force your hand to sort of flip that script a little bit and keep you on your toes. But we'll see that Journeyman. The Journeyman always comes in as a lineman for that team, so he'll be a Skaven lineman. He'll have 7337 as his stat line, and again, he'll have the Loner ability. 3 gutter runners on the team, a massive MA of 9. That means with the GFIs, they can move 11 spaces per turn. All 3 have dodge. You'll see Rando picked up the kicking skill. He'll be a kicker for this Skaven team. That will be a very big help. And this Skaven runner, this gutter runner picked up Wrestle. That means on a both down result, the drive does not end. 2 Storm Vermin, these are the Skaven Blitzers. They both have the block ability. And of course, Rita is a level 1 thrower. This Skaven team, man, going up against Chaos Dwarf, I think they're going to want to play the way Skaven wants to play. However, we've seen El Nubarino really play this team effectively any which way. He bashed down the Whiny Beavers, which was a Dwarven team, in a fantastic game, I believe, in week 2. So who's to say he might play a bashy game tonight? But otherwise, going up against a Chaos Dwarven team, he's not going to want to go toe-to-toe with them. He's not going to want to get into a boxing match. All of his players here, with the exception of the Storm Vermin, have an AV of 7. That makes them very, very fragile. And every time they get knocked down, there's a very real possibility they'll be taken off the pitch. To that end, man, because they're a very fast team, and they're high agility with the Gutter Runners AG of 4 and everybody else is an AG of 3, they're probably going to want to try to spread thin on offense and then try to get past the defensive screen. The defense, being a bashy team, they want to stick together. They don't want to get spread thin. They want to stick together. They want to take some hits. That's where this chess match is going to be tonight. El Nubarino, if he can split apart the Chaos Dwarven team, he'll be at an advantage. If the Chaos Dwarven team can get some key marks on these Skaven players and take some hits every single turn, he'll be at the advantage. Both players will not be wanting to give up those risks to the other team, and so there will be some tactical dancing going on turn after turn. And it'll be interesting to see what path the teams play. El Nubarino, of course, not wanting to get blocked down, could leave some gaps, could leave some space between him and the defensive line on offense. But the thing to really be careful of is he could take some 2-die blocks. 2-die blocks, if you get a push, that's still giving you the space, but that's also giving you the opportunity to knock down your opponent's players. And if he can knock out some players, he'll be really good to go here. So Hoggles is going to have to be really careful about... He can't just go into this game bashing everyone willy-nilly. He really needs to pay attention. He needs to protect his players, make some key blocks. I don't think he's going to stop this team from scoring. This team is just way too fast with MA of 9 on the gutter runners and everyone else with still an insane MA of 7. There is no way he's going to stop this team from scoring. But what he can do is play for the 2-1 grind. He could allow El Nubarino and the Ratas to score early, and then he can pick up the ball and try to hold on to the ball for the rest of the game, scoring once per half. 1 cheerleader, 3 team rerolls, 1 apoth, 3 fan factor. Not bad for a new team in the Ratas. They're going to have a TV of 1,000 going into this game, and they'll be up against Agile Solutions. Synergy, teamwork, ROI. Right off the bat here, you can see that Hoggles is also down a man, and his team value is 190k less than the Ratas. That means he's going to get 190k in petty cash. 190k-ish. So because both teams are down a player, they're both going to get a journeyman. That journeyman does count against your TV, and it costs as much as whatever your lineman is. So for the Ratas, I think that's 40k, and here for Agile Solutions, I believe that's going to be 70k. So Agile Solutions should be looking at 170k-ish in petty cash. That's not a whole lot. That's enough to get a wizard. He could get a team reroll, or he could take that and dip into his treasury a little bit, and maybe he gets 1 team reroll and a bribe. Maybe he gets 2 bribes. Maybe he dips in a little more to his treasury and he gets a wizard and a reroll. He's got options in the inducement phase, and it'll be interesting to see which way he decides to go with it. He's going to be down a Bull Centaur tonight, and that's going to hurt him a lot. These Bull Centaurs have an MA of 6 and a strength of 4. They are by far the key players on his team. Tim in customer relations took an injury in the last week, unfortunately. I don't know if this is going to hurt him too much in this game. These Bull Centaurs can be very, very effective in a matchup like this because they're so fast. They also have sprint and sure feet, which means that instead of taking 2 GFIs per turn, they can take 3 GFIs per turn. And sure feet gives him a free reroll on one of those GFIs. So he can effectively move 9 MA every turn. They're very, very fast, and they have a strength of 4, which is insane. An AV of 9 means they're very, very resilient. Their only real weakness is their AG of 2. They can get tied up fairly easily. So if El Nubarino wants to throw a lineman at this Bull Centaur just to tie him up, he'll take the block, the 2-die block coming back, but this Bull Centaur will be going nowhere. He'll be stuck right where he is. 6 Chaos Dwarf blockers. That's 6 players with tackle. That's 6 players with block. Tackle negates the dodge ability on tied up opponents. All with an MA of 4, strength of 3, AV of 9. Not bad at all. 3 Hobgoblins, all with an MA of 6 and a strength of 3. Much better than a standard goblin. AV of 7 means they're still not terribly resistant, and they are resilient. They aren't terribly resilient, and they have no skills to speak of. So these Hobgoblins, they're super, super cheap. So they can be used in a couple of ways. One, we may see him use these Hobgoblins just to get assists on blocks. They're very good at that. They're very fast. They can get to where they need to go, and they can add an assist on a block. 2, they can be used for fouls. Hobgoblins are very foul-y guys, and it's very easy to just set up a foul with a Hobgoblin. You don't care if he gets called off. He's only 40k. To that end, Hoggles might take a bribe, or maybe even 2, to try to set up a fouling game. His opponent is very low in armor value. As we saw, they're all AV7, only with a couple that are at AV8. If he wants to go heavy on the fouls, he might be able to take a lot of players off the pitch. He might even be able to table the team. So we'll see what he decides to do in the inducement phase, and if he wants to go heavy on the fouling game or not. Otherwise, we're probably going to see the Bull Centaur playing secondary on defense. He's very fast, and he can cover at least 1 gutter runner. Not only can he cover the gutter runner, he gets a 2-die block against the gutter runner. So he'll be very, very effective on the secondary and defense. On offense, we're more than likely to see him use the AG of 3 of the Hobgoblin to pick up the ball and pass that off to Frank in client services as his ball carrier. It's a very fast player, and again, that strength of 4 makes him just really tough to take down. How he wants to cage up that ball carrier is the question. If he wants to do it with all of the Chaos Dwarf blockers, he's going to have a tough time on the outside of the cage. If he wants to do it with the Hobgoblins are going to be key marks that El Nubarino might want to take to try to break open the cage. So it will be a chess match tonight, and we'll see how both coaches approach the problems that they have in front of them. 0 cheerleaders, 0 coaching assistants, 0 fan factor means that Hoggles is not going to have the kickoff advantage here tonight, but that's all right. 2 team rerolls, not a lot, and that's a reason to maybe take some extra team training in the inducement phase. But again, we'll see. So we'll see if both players are ready to go here, and we'll get started with the final game in Week 4 in the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League. And here we go. Very, very interested to see what inducements Hoggles ended up taking. Oh, and it looks like we're already on turn 2. The Ratas have a fame of +2. Hoggles only ended up taking 1 extra reroll, and it looks like that's all he took into this game. All right, he's playing a conservative game. He wants to save his money in his treasury. And we'll see if that works out for him. So it looks like Agile Solutions is on defense here. Both teams taking their first turn of the half. 2-die block by the number 11 or the number 1 Storm Vermin. It's going to be a good block. He's trying to free up some players to open this cage. Looks like Hoggles went in early on the right side of the pitch. Very surprised at that inducement choice. But you know, not a problem at all. 2-die block on this Chaos Dwarf blocker. It's going to be a push. And you can see El Nubarino is trying to push players where he wants them to be. It looks like he's going to want to set up this cage down the left side of the pitch. That is where the ball is, of course. 20 seconds to go in turn 2 for the Ratas. No wizard in play in this game. This might be the first game we've seen in a while where there wasn't a wizard hidden in the stands. This is also the first game where the Ratas are not getting any inducements. Ball pickup, and this thrower is in fairly good shape, protected here just behind the line of scrimmage. And now turn 2 for Agile Solutions. They want to take hits. SB Beaver says about time security stepped up and prevented those pesky wizards. Indeed. Hoggles has got choices here. He needs to be careful to not let his team get split up here. The Ratas are going to want to spread his team out. He is less effective. Oh, wow! So we see where his inducement money went. Okay, so he went with 1 TRR and he went with a Merc. So he has a Bull Centaur Mercenary. So he decided to fill back up on the Bull Centaurs. All right. So he's going to play his game. That's what he decided to do. He says, I've got a good bench. I like my team formation, and I'm going to stick with that. Hoggles moves the number 7 Hobgoblin back toward the line of scrimmage. He's trying to screen out the Ratas. I think that's a smart play. He's still got a blitz to take. There's somebody he's going to want to mark. Who he wants to mark is going to decide. That's really where this game is going to be played out. It's going to be where the Chaos Dwarves decide to mark and how the Skaven team decides to respond. 2-die blitz on the left side of the line is going to result in a hit. SP Beaver says, if you hire a merc to fill up your team, does it still force you to take a journeyman? Oh, that's a very good question. So let's see, does it? Yeah, so it does here. In the tabletop version, you pick up your journeyman at the end of your game, so that's when you decide to take journeyman or not. But in BB2, it looks like it's automatically giving you the journeyman. So in this case, yes, you would still take the journeyman and it would still count against your TV. Bull Centaur moving up to the line of scrimmage. Not bad play by Hoggles here. He's got a fairly effective screen here. He has to protect this Hobgoblin. If this Hobgoblin gets blocked down, there's a hole on the left side of the pitch here. One die block on the center. It's going to result in a push. Risky block worked out. 19 seconds to go. It's got to be careful with this Dwarven blocker. It's going to take a one die block, and that works out against the number 11 lineman. So he takes out the rear lineman. That's going to leave the Storm Vermin in front of him. And he's got two players that are potentially out of position here, depending on how the Ratas respond. Now this is the danger we talked about before the game started. The Ratas might want to take a 2-die block here, and that'll block down this Chaos Dwarf blocker. The Ratas have an Apothecary. Hoggles and Agile Solutions do not. So if Agile Solutions takes an injury, it's going to be a pretty big loss for them. 50 seconds have gone by on turn 3 for the Ratas. El Nubarino considering his options. Pretty solid screen in front of him. If he wants to commit down the left side of the pitch, he's going to have a bunch of dwarves and a bull centaur or two breathing down his neck. "45 seconds to go with no actions taken. Oh man, I'm sweating. My heart is racing. Only 30 seconds to go. 90 seconds have passed now with no action by El Nubarino. We'll see. All right, El Nubarino, with 20 seconds to go, decides to move the thrower back out of the faux cage. And he's going to move the gutter runner back as well. Very interesting play by El Nubarino. He decides he does not want to mess with this screen. He might be allowing Hoggles. Looks like he'll take the 2-die block on the Chaos Dwarf blocker. Indeed, good hit. He might be giving Hoggles enough rope to hang himself. We'll see if Hoggles takes the bait. Now these hits by this Skaven team, they don't care so much about taking players off the pitch. That Chaos Dwarf blocker has an MA of 5. To stand back up, it costs 3 MA. That means he only has 1 MA of movement left. So every knockdown on Agile Solutions is a huge knockdown for this Skaven team. We'll see a 2-die block coming back at this lineman for sure. Very interesting play by El Nubarino. Biding his time. There's that 2-die block. Good block. Does he decide to follow up? He does. He could eat a 2-die block coming back. He could advance this line and protect that lineman. Or that blocker, rather. Oh, he's going to blitz. 2-die blitz. It's going to work out. The both down die, yeah, makes that safe. Well done. The block skill means that you remain standing on a both down result. His dwarf blocker has the block skill, so that was a good block. And he gets a stun out of it. Well done. Stunned players are out for 1 turn. They remain prone on the pitch. Although they can still be fouled. They just can't take an action. Oh, wow. So Hoggles moves off the Chaos Dwarf blocker. That opens up that Chaos Dwarf blocker to get blocked down. He decides to advance on this this non-cage, but still very good defensive formation on offense for the Ratas. It's protecting the ball carrier. Moves the Hobgoblin up a space. Looks like he's going to keep his screen intact. I think that is a fine decision indeed. Needs to be careful about center pitch here. A hole could open up. Advances the Bull Centaur. Leaves one Hobgoblin deep. And now it's turn 4 for the Ratas. Final turn of the first quarter for the Ratas, and they have not even gotten past the center line on the pitch. Excellent defensive play by Hoggles. Hoggles not getting greedy on his blocks. He's not allowing his team to get split up. Well done. We'll see if this position right here gets taken advantage of by the Ratas or not. But I think Hoggles is mindful of the speed of this team. He's mindful of the strength of his own team. And he's feeling very confident in his defensive formation. Still has to be careful of these lone Hobgoblins out on the wide zones of the pitch. El Nubarino could very well decide to take a 2-die block down on those Hobgoblins. And with an AV of 7, they can be taken off the pitch rather easily. And for the first time this competition, El Nubarino seems to be stopped dead in his tracks. No play so far in a minute 15. El Nubarino considering his options. Looks like he's going to try to take the 2-die block on this Chaos Dwarf blocker. No, he decides to dodge out. Fair play. Another dodge. That's with the Journeyman. That player has Loner. So this is a player that Hoggles probably doesn't care about too much. He probably doesn't want to mark him unless it allows him to get at the ball. 5 seconds to play in turn 4 for the Ratas. They're going to take... Are they going to take a 2-die block on the Dwarf blocker? Yeah, 2-die blitz. Here we go. It's a good hit. Hoggles needs to be careful about giving up those 2-die blocks. He's going to stay on the pitch, and he's still in good position, luckily. He can't give those 2-die blocks up to this Ratas team. Both coaches in the new coaches pool. It's often an error that new coaches make of bashy teams where they feel they're stronger, they want to get tackle zones on players, and that the less bashy team or the non-bashy team doesn't want to. But if they can get a 2-die block on you, usually they're going to want to take that because that negates your speed, that negates your movement. Good block by Hoggles. Yeah, he's going to keep this screen alive, and I think this is really good play, really smart play. He still needs to be careful of these Hobgoblins, but he's doing a great job screening out the Ratas. You can see the Ratas just really have had no idea how to poke a hole in this screen. Moves the Bull Centaur, the number 12 Bull Centaur, 1 space forward. He's now 2 deep on the right side of the center pitch here. Yeah, he's going to advance. Why not? Playing very cautiously. Still keeping 1 Hobgoblin deep. Still needs to be careful about these wide zones. And now it's the second quarter. The Ratas No forward progress at all in 4 turns. They're looking to poke a hole. It looks like they were trying to allow Hoggles to make a mistake, and Hoggles said, "No way, Jose. I'm not falling for it." Yeah, here we go. Here's that block coming down on the number 7 Hobgoblin, the blitz rather, coming down on the number 7 Hobgoblin on the right side of the pitch. This is what he needed to be careful of. 2-die blitz. Only gets a push. Yeah, he will push him away from the team. That pushes that Hobgoblin out of position. But it doesn't open a hole. He really wanted to open a hole there. Hoggle's going too deep on this side here is really good play. He'll be able to move these players back and cover the right wide zone if the Ratas want to commit to it. And it looks like they may. Got a gutter runner on the right. They don't necessarily have to move their thrower to the right. They could just be threatening the pass to the gutter runner. 2 gutter runners are still beside the thrower. $50 seconds to play. The Ratas are down to 1 reroll. Wow. $30 seconds to go. The Ratas just don't know what to do against this team. Desperately trying to make something happen. They are so fat. Wow, and that is it. They will leave it like that. Turn 5 back to Agile Solutions. We said this would be a chess match, and it is a chess match. Back to Hoggles. What will you do? He's going to go back and try to cover this Storm Vermin. Remember that Bull Centaur has an MA of 6 with Sure Feet and Sprint. That means he can GFI up to 3 times, and one of them gets a free reroll. That's effectively a movement of 9. He's going to take the 2-die block on this Storm Vermin. Yes, sir. Will he stay put? No, he follows up and he marks this lineman. Not bad play, I believe. I believe that is pretty good. So now he's covered this right wide zone. The sideline is covered as well by the Hobgoblin. He needs to be careful of maybe a 1-die block coming out against this Hobgoblin, but that's a risk, especially with only one reroll left for the Ratas. All right, he's going to back up a bit. He's going to retain this screen, it looks like, and I think this is very smart play. He says, if you don't want to move, that is fine by me. I will let you stay on your half of the pitch. All half. Turn 6 for the Ratas. 3 turns left to try to score here. Wow. What a game. What a reserved, tactical, thoughtful game by both coaches. Ratas might go after this left Hobgoblin here as well. Try to do the same thing. Try to take him off the pitch. Try to open a hole. Try to make something happen. And it looks like he's going to do exactly that. Here comes the blitz. The blitz on the number 8 Hobgoblin in the left wide zone. It's a clean hit. Does the Hobgoblin stay on the pitch? He does. Oh, but he's stunned, and that is a great stun. Now there is a hole down the left sideline. 50 seconds to play in turn 6 for the Ratas. 3 turns is still plenty for them to score. Yes, indeed. And there's a lineman going downfield. He's going to try to set up a cage down the left side of the pitch here. We'll see if he can hold it together. Hoggles could try to descend upon it. It looks like the thrower is going to end up maybe at the 2-yard line here. At the Ratas 2-yard line. Oh, he's going to go for a pass. Or it's a handoff. Handoff to the gutter runner. Well, the gutter runner is going to move. Where is he going to go? He ends up on the 4-yard line, on the Agile Solutions 4-yard line. Man. GFI to protect the ball carrier with a gutter runner. Well done by the Ratas. And now he's going to tie up players. Indeed. 2-die block on the Chaos Dwarf blocker. Good, clean hit. Not only is that a good hit, but that Chaos Dwarf blocker can only move 1 now. And to move, he would have to dodge. So he is out of the drive effectively. Hobgoblin also out of the drive. He would have to dodge. I don't think Hoggles wants to do that. He needs to get back in front of this ball carrier. And now he needs to be careful. He needs to get in front of this faux cage. And he still needs to protect lateral movement. Just because the gutter runners aren't throwers doesn't mean they won't throw the ball. They have an AG of 4. That is just fine to throw the ball. 2-die block on the number 13 lineman on the line results in a push. And now Hoggles has a whole bunch of players that are free to move and reposition. Will he reposition or will he get greedy and try to get on the ball? I think he just wants to reset this screen. Reset the screen while you've got the movement to do that. Most of your players are standing. And now Hoggles is the cautious one, the calculating one. Does not want to make a mistake here against such a fast team. Look at that. This gutter runner can score in 1 turn right where he is. Going to get a Chaos Dwarf blocker in front of the number 10 lineman. This Bull Centaur is almost certainly going to get in front of this faux cage. He can get an assist with the Hobgoblin. If he can screen out anyone that's from here up, then the Ratas will not be able to score at least on their coming turn. He's only got 2 turns that he needs to defend against a score. 20 seconds to play. Oh wow, he only sends the Bull Centaur down to mid-pitch. Oh, he's gonna blitz with the Bull Centaur. Oh my! 2-die blitz works out. He'll almost certainly follow up. Ooh, it's so risky. This gutter runner, he is fine with dodging, but he'd have to take 2 dodges to get out of here. He's got a tackle zone on the ball carrier. He's got to get his players back in position. He's got 2 on the table still. Only 3 seconds to move them. Moves the Hobgoblin. It doesn't look like he'll be able to move this Chaos Dwarf blocker. Not bad defensively here on the left wide zone, but not out of hot water for either player. We may see the Ratas try to move back to the right here. They've got 2 turns left. So long as they can get to Agile Solutions 4-yard line, they can score on the next turn. SPB asks, could get a 2-die block on the Centaur. Centaur is 4. He can get 3. He can get a 2-die block on the Bull Centaur. And he's going to... Oh, he's only going to take a 1-die block. That's not going to work out for him. He could have got a 2-die block if he stood up this player. The problem is, where do you go from there? Like, you don't want to go here, you don't want to go here. And now, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dodges to go down the left side, sideline. Hoggle's in great shape. He is not out of hot water yet. He still needs to play D, but he is looking very good here. "30 seconds to play for the Ratas. The Ratas can move this lineman down. No, he can't, actually. He's screened out. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. He still has a full pitch screen here. That is amazing. Hands off to the lineman. He's going to have to spend his final TRR. The lineman gets the pickup. But now, where's he going to go? The whole pitch is screened off. He's going to take a 1-die block down the right side of the pitch. He has the block ability, so that will work out. The 1-die block, when you have the block ability and your opponent doesn't, is not too bad. All right, and it looks like he's going to commit down the right side of the pitch. Now, this is very smart play by the Ratas. So now, Hoggles has a problem. Hoggles needs to screen out the right wide zone, but he needs to be careful of a throw to these players as well. He's going to stand up the Hobgoblin. I think he's fine with this tie-up. It's a 2-die block coming back, but he could move this Chaos Dwarf blocker to get in the way. Moves the Bull Centaur to cover the sideline. Good play. Hoggles needs to be careful here. This is the Journeyman. This might not be too bad of a position just to leave it like this here. That Journeyman will have to dodge twice. Well, he dodged once if he wants to go left. But he can't score. These two players over here can only score if they move forward with every turn, and they'd have to take 2 GFIs. Hoggles needs to be careful here. Looks like he's going to take a 2-die block on the lineman. This is not the player he needs to be worried about. He'll push him back. Will he follow up? He stays put. I think that's a smart play. He needs to be careful of these players. He can't leave these players alone. I think he wants to stand up this Hobgoblin and then, oh boy, and maybe leave it at that on the left side. On the right side, he needs to reposition these players. This Chaos Dwarf blocker is probably fine where he is. This one needs to step back and cover up this, or solidify this screen. I think he could have gone back a little further, but this isn't bad. Yep, it's going to stand up the Hobgoblin. I think that's good. I think he leaves that Chaos Dwarf blocker where it is. He could take the block if he wants, but it's only a 1-die block. I don't think he wants to take the block. Let the Ratas take the block. Oh no! Oh no! No, no, no! Oh, he moves the Hobgoblin back to the right. That's going to free up this Storm Vermin. Oh, but he takes the 1-die block. He'll follow up. And he gets a KO as well. Well done going into the second half. Wow, took the risk and it worked out. And now this player is going to have to dodge twice to get out of dodge. So 1 turn left in this half for the Ratas to try to score. SP Beaver asks, he doesn't have the MA to make a TD, does he? He does. He does not! You are right! It was this gutter runner here with the MA of 9 could have made it. Well, he can't make it because he's down now, but if he were standing, he was the one that could have made it. You are absolutely right! And so that'll be it. It'll be 0-0 at the half. Hoggles has successfully defended against this Ratas team. I believe for the first time this half, the Ratas have not been able to score on their half. Excellent job by Hoggles. Yeah, now they're just saving their players. They're saying, you know what? I'm done. If you want to block me, you'll have to take a blitz to do it. What a phenomenal defense by Hoggles and Agile Solutions. Well done. Hands off to the gutter runner just to be on the safe side. He doesn't want Hoggles to get the ball just in case. Hoggles could pick up the ball. He could get some SPP for himself on a throw. Gonna take a 1-die block. It's not gonna work out. He doesn't have any TRRs. He gets stunned for his trouble. Luckily, that's all it was with an AV of 7. And now Hoggles, he's going to get at least 2 blocks. He should be able to get 3 out of this, and that'll be the half. He left 3 TRRs on the table. That's okay. He didn't spend a single one this half, and he successfully defended against the fastest team in the league. Unbelievable half. So it looks like he's going to do a 2-die block on the Storm Vermin, and then try to foul him, perhaps, with the Hobgoblin? I think that's his plan here. Or maybe take a 2-die block on the Storm Vermin and then foul the Gutter Runner. I think that's not a bad plan at all. What an incredible half. Yeah, he'll take that 2-die block on the Storm Vermin. He'll push him to the sideline. He'll follow up. Indeed, and now he can foul either one of these players. I think he wants to take the foul on the Gutter Runner. If he wants to foul at all, that is. Oh, it looks like he's going to take the foul on the lineman instead. Still has a blitz. Yeah, still has a blitz and a foul. 2-die blitz on the Storm Vermin works out. Clean hit. He'll get a chain push out of it. Oh my. Did he want to take the foul on the Storm Vermin and chain push to get it? Is that what he was after? He did set that up! Doesn't get anything out of the foul, but well done! $30 left, doesn't have any actions left, and that'll be the half. Unbelievable half! Well done to both teams, and now Agile Solutions is going to get this ball going into the second half. All they have to do is stall and score, and that is the name of their game. The Ratas are not going to get back their KO'd player. Wow! Take a look at this week 4 standings really quick. The Raiders in first with 8 points. The Ratas, the Vloops, and WDM all tied for second with 7 points. Purplish Passion close behind in 5th place with 4 points, along with the Whiny Beavers, who have yet to lose nor win a game this competition. Shambling Shitstorm 2 points behind, and Agile Solutions looking for their first win in this game. And they're doing a stellar job so far. Agile Solutions has a full 11-man line. And the Ratas are going to be down a man. So Agile Solutions already has a 1-man advantage against the Ratas. The Ratas are setting up in defense. It looks like they're going to go strong left here. Hoggles is okay with this. He needs to be careful about chain blocks. So you can see here, these are where the two loner players, this is where the Merc is, this is where the Journeyman is for the Ratas. 3 seconds to go. That'll be the setup for the Ratas. Now, Agile Solutions gets the setup on offense. A 3-man line for the Ratas is not unexpected. They do not want to give Agile Solution free blocks. Agile Solutions, they're going to keep a Minotaur and a Hobgoblin behind. They need to be wary of the kicker. The Ratas do have a kicker, and if this is all he's going to leave behind, they're going to kick this ball into one of the two corners of the pitch here. Agile Solutions needs to be careful. This is just a 1-die block. This isn't a 2-die block. If he wants to block down this line, he should move the Bull Centaur in to make that block. The problem is he would have to go first, and he has a loner. This is fine too. He can get a 2-die block here with the Hobgoblin. That'll be it. And here's the kickoff. Quick snap. All players of Agile Solution may move one adjacent square. Wow. Agile Solution wins the kickoff event. They'll get one space closer to this ball. They may want to pull this Chaos Dwarf blocker. Well, they may be okay. We'll see what he decides to do. I don't know how I feel about leaving these goblins in this setup here. These Hobgoblins are in danger of getting separated and blocked down. Three TRRs for both teams. Remember, El Nubarino had the fame advantage. He had a fame of +2, and he lost this kickoff event. Yeah, that's the power of a kicker. Excellent kick. Second half begins with Agile Solutions. They will more than likely take their blocks down this line first. Starting with the number 9 lineman. Problem is, this is all 1-die blocks. Oh, he's going to go after the ball right from the get-go. Lucks out on the pickup. It was a 3+. He'll move the Hobgoblin forward at least one space. No reason not to. Decides to move him back in towards center pitch. I think that's fine. He doesn't have any skills that can get a 2-die block on this line. And now this Chaos Dwarf blocker is in danger of getting blocked down. I think he's going to have to pull a Chaos Dwarf blocker over here. Oh! Oh, well done, yeah. Good job. These two are tied up. This makes it a 2-die block here. Now he can block down the line. Good job on Hoggle's part. Oh no! Pile Scuttle is dead! The Apothecary will almost certainly be used. The Apothecary was not used! Wow! And now Agile Solutions is down 2 men. 2-die block on the lineman. That's the problem with the AV7. He should take that push. He's thinking about re-rolling. He should take the push. Oh, but he re-rolls instead. He gets a good hit out of it. He's down to 2 re-rolls. He doesn't have enough re-rolls to spend on rolls like that. Oh, Jarrow says it was the Journeyman. Ah, well done. Good catch. So that Journeyman died. It didn't matter because he was a Journeyman. But now Van Dressen is injured. And now 3-man advantage for Agile Solutions. SP Beaver says he knew the risk signing for the 1-day contract. Yes, indeed. And now that Bull Centaur moves down the left wide zone. 14 seconds to play. Not in a bad position right now for Agile Solutions. Not in a bad position at all. Three-man player advantage. Not much the Ratas can really do here. They need to stop the cage wherever that ends up forming. Cliffia says, yes, old what's-his-name will be badly missed. Oh, what's his name? Oh, who's that guy again? "30 seconds into turn 9. First turn for the Ratas here in the second half of the game. Looks like they're going to try to mark this Chaos Dwarf blocker. 2-die block. Wow, it's going to be bow standing. Yeah, he doesn't want to spend his TRR on that. One minute to play for the Ratas. "40 seconds. Not a whole lot of movement with the Ratas. They spent their blitz. They have no more blocks. Not that they want to take them. They need to figure out what sort of defensive formation they want to form here against this Chaos Dwarf team. And honestly, I'm not really sure what they want to do. They just stay right where they are. Yeah, I'm not really sure what they want to do. They still have a few turns here, a couple of turns at least, to kind of figure out what they want to do while the ball starts moving downfield. Harata's strong on the left side. And that, right off the bat, he's going to hand off. Oh, that's really risky. It works out for him. That was a 50-50 on the handoff. And now the Bull Centaur, that's what we talked about before the game started. The Bull Centaur's got that ball. He is a very strong, very fast ball carrier. He is going to gallop down the right side of the pitch. He needs to be careful that he doesn't get contained into the wide zone. He doesn't have the speed to get out of the wide zone. So he would prefer to stay center pitch to leave his movement options open. Otherwise, the Ratas can close down on him on the wide zone, and they can go too deep, and that would give them an effective defense against this cage. Blitz with the Loner Centaur. Works out. Oh my goodness. The risks. Good hit. He'll stay put, and that's going to be an uphill block coming back. Well, no, he'll just take the block. Fair enough. He doesn't follow up. He's got 3 more players to move. Really should have moved those players before doing the 2-die blitz with the Merc. There's a Hobgoblin downfield. He'll follow him up with an assisting player. Oh, he's not going to assist with him. Oh, wow. So now both of these Hobgoblins, one of these Hobgoblins could very well get blitzed down this turn, and that may be exactly what happens. Neither of them are going to have an assist on the block. Hoggles wants, he doesn't want to commit to the right wide zone. He really wants to get back to center pitch if he can, and he can. Hoggles has plenty of turns. He's got 6 turns to score. He doesn't want to score too soon. He doesn't want to give the ball back to the Ratas and give them an opportunity to tie it up. They are very fast, and they could very well tie it up. Instead, he wants to stall. So he may want to just protect this cage, move downfield at his leisure, take some hits, try to get more players off the pitch. Two TRRs left for Hoggles and Agile Solutions. 3 for the Ratas. Looks like they're going to blitz down the number 10 Hobgoblin. Here it comes, 2-die blitz. AV of an 11. It's a good blitz. Yeah, and he's KO'd. That's the problem with those Hobgoblins. Can't leave them out there to get whacked. And now, Agile Solutions down to a 2-man player advantage. Still some movement left with the blitzer. Advances toward the cage. It's a pretty decent defense here. .40 seconds to go, and it looks like the Ratas are going to pull to the right. Hoggles hasn't committed to this wide zone yet. He could turn back around here, so he needs... El Nubarino needs to be careful about pulling too many players to the right. Although he's in fairly good shape here with these 2 players. Maybe with a third he'd be all set. And then he could pull this, yeah, he can pull this final gutter runner off to the right. And that's exactly what he does. Turn 11 for Agile Solutions. 2-man player advantage, 2 TRRs. He is in very good shape to win this game right now, but he needs to not get overconfident. He needs to not get too excited. He still needs to play a good game. It is still a chess match. He really wants to hold on to these TRRs. He doesn't want to spend them on, you know, re-rolling blocks that don't matter. And because he only has 2 TRRs, he really needs to be careful about his action order. He wants to take his less risky actions first and his more risky actions last. Not only will that save his TRRs, but that also means that once he starts taking those super risky actions, he can really think, you know what, maybe I don't want to re-roll this. Maybe it doesn't matter if I re-roll this. We saw El Nubarino do that on his turn. He decided, you know what, I don't want to spend the TRR on this. And I think that was a wise decision. And now with only 34 seconds to play in turn 11 for Agile Solutions, it looks like they're going to cut back to center pitch. I don't think this is a bad idea at all. I think they're much more comfortable here at center pitch. Now the Ratas are going to have a decision. Are they Are they going to want to come in on this cage, or are they going to want to reset their defense? If they don't come in on the cage is just going to keep plodding down the pitch. And if they don't reset, then a hole could very well open up. Only 12 seconds to go. Oh, he takes the blitz with the Merc again. 2-die blitz. It's a good hit. The Merc does not have the block skill. He did get 2 dice out of it. Couldn't take the Storm Vermin off the pitch. The Storm Vermin are the most resilient players on the Ratas team with an AV of 8. That means their armor only breaks on a 9+. He's going to tie up this Storm Vermin. This is a 1-die block coming back. And El Nubarino might want to take that as one of his last actions. He could dodge him out, but he might be willing to risk that 1-die block. This Hobgoblin didn't move at all. That's unfortunate. He needs to get back into this game. Otherwise, it's basically, there's no player advantage. There's a one-man player advantage in that case. Hoggles also needs to be careful. These two players here, they are getting cut off from the cage, and that's taking them out of the drive. But it is El Nubarino's chance to try to defend against this cage. And so far, not such a bad job doing so. They have options. Yeah, so 2-die block coming back on the Kastorf blocker. Good hit. Smart blitz too. He can use that follow-up as a free movement. Well done. That gets him out of the tackle zone of the Bull Centaur. And it breaks off this Kastorf blocker. That's another player that's out of position. .40 seconds to go in turn 11. In this battle of generals. The Ratas considering their options. They could take more blocks if they want to. They could try to dodge and reposition. They could stay right where they are. They're going to take a 2-die block. There he is. Good hit on the Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin stays on the pitch. Lucky for the Hobgoblin. 7 seconds to go in turn 11. 2-die block on the Kastorf blocker is going to result in a push. And he'll follow up. Oh, he's going to stay put. All right. He doesn't want to take the dice coming back. Yeah, he doesn't want to... He elected not to tie up the players in favor of not having to take the dice coming back. Turn 12 for Agile Solutions. They've got a free left wide zone here. They have to be careful about committing to it. I'm not sure they even want to. They might just want to mark maybe this Storm Vermin. Maybe blitz this Storm Vermin down? I'm not sure. They're still in fairly good shape. Their first order of action should be to move this Hobgoblin back into this drive. Oh, he's getting close to committing to that left wide zone. He needs to be careful because then El Nubarino can just set up too deep in front of him. Poor Doug. Doug has been forgotten. He needs to get back in the drive. You know what it was? Doug didn't participate in the White Elephant event at the office, and nobody really likes to play with him. Poor Doug. Poor old Doug. .47 seconds to go. It looks like he's going to take the blitz again with the Merc. He's going to take a push. Push him straight forward, I believe. Yeah. Looks like he probably doesn't want to follow up. He wants to keep that corner cage going. A cage corner, rather. He's going to move a Chaos Dwarf blocker. Oh, he's going to GFI with him. Wow! That's leaving that Hobgoblin on the pitch. Unless he can get him here. Oh, that Hobgoblin's going to eat it. Eat it next turn. He left Doug in the backfield. Poor Doug! Hoggle's putting himself down another man. He might have just forgot about him. He might have the camera off of him and just forgot that he exists. 2-die block on the Chaos Dwarf blocker. Good block. Gotta be careful of giving up those 2-die blocks to the Skaven team. They will take them. Who wouldn't? Skaven team really thinking about repositioning here, I have to imagine. They don't have enough players to cover both in front of the cage and laterally. Yeah, they're going to take the 2-die blitz on that Hobgoblin. Here it comes. Will he survive? Only gets a push. He will survive. Gonna push him to the sideline. Maybe gets a surf out of it in a couple turns. We'll see. It might not even be a bad idea to just dodge the Hobgoblin out as your last action on your turn. We'll see. Yeah, he's going to pull everybody to the left. Man, if I were the Ratas, I don't know how many I would commit to the front of this cage. Going to take a 2-die block on the Chaos Dwarf blocker. Works out. Well done. Yeah, he doesn't want to push him into the cage. Trying to split this team up bit by bit. Trying to get some hits. He will take those 2-die blocks. You can't give them up freely to him. 44 seconds to go. What's going to happen with these gutter runners? He's going to commit 2. I don't know what you do with Rando here. Does he get in front of the cage, or does he protect laterally here? I think he probably gets in front of the cage. You know what? He splits the difference. I think that's fine. Turn 13. Final quarter of play. Scoreless game. Agile Solutions looking for their first win in this competition. The Ratas looking to go back into first place. Doug, you got to be more of a people person, man. Like, you can't just be hanging out back here, you know, doing nothing. We need you on this team. This is a team building exercise, Doug. He's got to come up with a key mark here. Who he marks. This is going to be a key turn here. Who he decides to mark. One minute has gone by in turn 13. No action yet. He's got to be real careful continuing to take blitzes with this Bull Centaur. And he's going to commit to the left wide zone at this point. He is going to have to grind through this team to score. Looks like he's probably going to blitz with the Bull Centaur from here to make it a two-die blitz, and then he'll fill in the corner on the blitz movement. Eight seconds to play. Doug's out of play. He's got to move these players. He's got to stand these players up. Oh, no. Oh, what? All right, he takes the block. Only gets a dodge out of it on the gutter runner. And now is he going to move him into position? Oh, boy. So he's got two players down on the pitch, one player out of the drive, and a hobgoblin that's going to eat two dice. Not even on a blitz. Oh, man. Now the Ratas could really go after this ball. SB Beaver says, this is all Doug's fault. God damn it, Doug! Oh, Hoggles needs the hope here. Yeah, you can see the Ratas going too deep. Now that he's committed to this left wide zone, the Ratas are free to go too deep. And Hoggles is just going to have to try to chew through this defense. It's going to be hard to do. Especially with only 3 turns left. Man, I don't know. He could try to break free this Bull Centaur. But yeah, it's going to be so tough. Two-die uphill block. Wow! It's going to be a push. He's going to get pushed to the sideline, perhaps? I don't see why not. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Didn't get the Bull Centaur on the corner. If Doug were in play, he could get a 2-die block on the Storm Vermin. We're still going to see a 2-die block on this Hobgoblin. We'll see the block by the Storm Vermin. Yes, indeed. 2-die block by the Storm Vermin on to the number 7 Hobgoblin. Clean hit. He'll push him to the sideline. He'll follow up as well. And now that Hobgoblin is set up for a surf. 17 seconds to play here for the Ratas. Yeah, they advance that gutter runner. Just extra protection on the lateral movement. And now Agile Solutions finds itself with nowhere to go. They can't get a 2-die block on the Storm Vermin. Yeah, can only get 1 movement because he was knocked down. Left him down last turn. That's a whole turn lost. That's 3 MA that got lost. 4 MA that got lost. 3-die block on the Storm Vermin by the ball carrier? No, by the Merc. So the Merc's going to stay put. All right, let's see what Hoggles is up to here. He might just move the Kastorf blocker up to here. Or maybe he just takes the 2-die block with the Kastorf blocker here. Yeah, he'll take the 2-die block. Good hit. Pushes that lineman off the cage. Maybe even follows up. He does indeed. Gets an excellent stun out of it. Well done. That's one turn out of the 3 remaining. That player will be out. Stewart the lineman. He could try to reform a cage here. Maybe move this bull centaur back out here. He's going to double down on the left wide zone here. I don't know if he can get past this defense. Oh no, is he going to move the ball carrier out? I think that's a good move if he does. What about Doug? What about Doug? All right, well done. He does move the ball carrier out. I think that's a good move. Cliffia says, what about him? Poor Doug, all by his lonesome. 2 die block's going to result in a push. Cliffia says, Doug is happy. Did you see what happened to what's his name? Doug doesn't want any part of that. Are you kidding? Doug's like, I'm out. I don't even like this game. Oh, he stands up the, no, please don't spend the TRR. Good call. Oh man. Damn, the account exec is stunned. It's fine anyway. He was out of the drive. He used the stand up, tried to dodge as his last action. I think that is smart play. And now 3 turns left for the Ratas to defend against Agile Solutions. Agile Solutions recognized the problem with this left wide zone. And now trying to break out to the right. He didn't move too much. And now the Ratas tied to dodge. Oh no. They're going to spend the reroll, but this is a 33% dodge. Failed the dodge! And now Hoggles has a real shot at winning this game. He needs to play it cool. SB Beaver says, Doug, my manager said there would be pizza. Hoggles needs to be cool here. He needs to be yeah, he needs to be cautious. He can get everyone on that cage. And I think doing that first is a smart move. In fact, maybe he gets everyone on the cage. He'll take a 2 die block here. Maybe, you know, maybe get Doug back into this game. Or leave him there. Nobody likes Doug. All right. It's a good move. He's got these 2 Chaos Dwarf blockers that he can get back on the edge, on the back corners of this cage. Good move. Number 1's left to move here. And now he can think about taking his blocks. Well done by Hoggles. I wouldn't take it with the Bull Centaur. If I were him, I would take it with the number 2 blocker. You can get a 2 die block on this Gutter Runner. Yes, indeed. Well done. Good decision by Hoggles. It's only going to be a push. I think he's fine with that. Now he can move this Bull Centaur somewhere. I'm not sure where. Maybe he wants to... Oh, he's going to blitz. Oh, he's going to blitz. 3 die blitz is a good hit on the Gutter Runner. AV of 7 is not a lot. Well done by Hoggles. 2 die block on the last Gutter Runner is going to be a good block. Well done by Hoggles. He is in great shape to win this game. Goodbye, Doug. And now the Ratas, they might even take a foul on this Hobgoblin. But they've got some dodging to do. Two TRRs left for the Ratas. They've got 1 left for each turn. Hoggles has left 1 TRR on the table. believe he's only used one all game. It's a gutter runner in front of the ball carrier. Doesn't matter. But what else are you going to do? He could try a cheeky blitz against the Bull Centaur and just hope it works out on the uphill blitz. Not going to foul the Hobgoblin. He's going to try to screen out this score here. I don't think he does, but he's going to try. .30 seconds to play. The Ratas maybe move here? Nope, they're going to move here. Two GFIs a score. Tries a dodge. He's going to spend a TRR and fails it a second time. Wow, and gets stunned for the trouble. He will be out effectively for the game. And now, the final turn for Agile Solutions. They're going to want to block a player down, probably this one. The Gutter Runner, number 9. Or just score, that's cool. You don't have to take the block. Who needs to murder rats when you can score and win the game? Well done by Agile Solutions. One turn left, but that'll be it. That will be the game. Unless there's a wild kickoff event. Well done. Well done indeed. What a game this has been. The Ratas are going to get one chance to score. SP Beaver says the Ratas have scored before with one turn. They got to riot for an extra one. Indeed, and that can still happen. I really think what Agile Solutions wants to do here is just pull everybody off the line. You need to have 3 people on the line. That's the only requirement for illegal. Well, not the only requirement. But you need to keep 3 people on the line, and then you can pull everybody back. Setting up on a kickoff, you must have 3 people on the line right here in center pitch, and you can have a maximum of 2 people in either wide zone. Otherwise, everything else is fair game. If I were him, I would have probably just put 3 people on the line and screened with everyone else right in front of the end zone. The Ratas are going to send 1 man wide, 2 men wide. Wide right, 1 man wide left. Why not? You need to move downfield. Hoping for the kickoff table. The kickoff table is in their favor. They have a FAMA +2. If they get a solid event here, they could score. Keeping 2 men in the backfield for the reception. 2 gutter runners up on the line in either wide zone. And they're going to pray to Nuffle here that they can score a TD with an advantageous kickoff event. High kick. And so the Ratas can move into the square where the ball is occupied, and is an excellent kick by Agile Solutions. Really couldn't ask for more. Wow, and the catcher, or the thrower of all people, couldn't catch the ball, and now the ball is in the end zone. I don't think they have a chance of scoring here. So I think all they do is take some hits if they have them. Maybe do a quick pass here for some SPP. Yep, they'll take a blitz. He took a 1-die blitz, worked out due to the block skill. Couldn't get the Hobgoblin off the pitch. We'll see if they take any more blocks here on the line. I don't see why not. Pick up, we'll do a short pass to the gutter runner. No? Alright. He'll pass to this gutter runner for something. It's a good pass, he gets SPP out of it, well done. Two GFIs. He gets close. Just showing that he can do it. He says, you got to be careful. I could have done it. And that's it. That's the game. 1-0. Agile Solutions takes it. Well done. I believe that is the first loss that the Ratas have taken this competition. What a game it has been. Well done to both coaches. We said it would be a chess match, and indeed it was. Unbelievable game. Both teams out on the ball. Look at this running game. 106 yards for the Ratas, 70 yards for Agile Solutions. Whew, man, oh man. Both players taking a very similar amount of blocks. Agile Solutions gave up a lot of 2-die blocks. So that was something to be careful of. And the Ratas took advantage of it. Agile Solutions coming out of this with 12 SPP. The Ratas with 6. Let's take a look at the die rolls real quick. D6 die rolls for Agile Solutions. Looking just about even. D6 die rolls for the Ratas. Also looking about even. Block dice for Agile Solutions looking pretty much dead on even. And for the Ratas, just a hair negative. That's going to do it. The final of this game is going to be 1-0. Agile Solutions gets on the board. Well done. The Ratas fall back to second place. And that'll be it for week 1. For week 1. For week 4. So we'll be moving into week 5. The Ratas will stay in second place. The Raiders, the sole first place team. Agile Solutions will take the 7th place spot away from the Shambling Shitstorm. They've earned 3 points tonight. Well done. Week 5 will start tomorrow, and the teams will start scheduling them, and the schedules will go up on Twitch on the schedule tab, as well as on the Twitter account. The Twitter account or the Facebook account, you can enter those commands here to get links to those and follow those if you want. But otherwise, thanks for watching. This was a fantastic game. Game of the week. I hope you had fun. I had a blast. And I'll see you here for week 5. 3 weeks left in the round robin before the cut. Have a great evening, folks. And we'll see you back here for week 5. Take care.